All right, hi, welcome. I'm Aaron Gocs and we're talking to Melbourne Comedy Festival 2017 acts. And right here I've got two great comedians on the rise, Naomi Higgins and Jess Perkins. How you going, guys?
Very well,
Great.
thank you, Goxie. How are you?
Good, thanks. You guys are doing a show together. Can you tell us a little bit about what that involves, please?
Great question, Aaron. So our show is called Twins.
Our show is called Twins. It's basically a split stand-up show where Jess and I will do half stand-up each. It's named after the 1988 buddy film starring Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, because Naomi's quite little and I'm average. And so compared to one another, we look, you look like Danny DeVito.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
is
she
what
does.
I say.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
So people, as soon as people get in, they'll be beside themselves and then you make them even more beside themselves.
Exactly. They'll already be losing it.
It's going to be wild.
So is it, will there be any crossover? Do you involve each other at all or just straight, like your own set and then the other person's set? Or?
We don't want it to feel too much like, these are my jokes and that's my time, and then the next person. You kind of still, because it's a comedy festival show, it's not just like a normal open mic night. We want it to still feel like a show.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing a little bit of stuff together, which we have definitely planned.
Yep, it's all written and ready.
All good to go. We could do it for you now, but we won't. We won't spoil it. So yeah, we'll work on that sort of stuff and make it feel more like a proper show. But it is basically just us doing our best stand-up bits.
Awesome. And can you tell us about like sort of who approached who, or was it very natural, or did one rope the other into it, or did one just sign them up and like, oh, by the way, I've signed us up to a first show?
Oh, that would have been smart. I pretty much decided not to do a comedy festival show this year. I wasn't ready to do a solo, so I was like, I'm just going to have a year off. And then my good friend Angus Gordon got in my head and was like, you should do a show with Naomi. And I was like, oh, yeah, I should. And then like the next day I just was obsessed with the thought, so I messaged Naomi. And I was like, please do a show with me.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'll think about it. You were very coy.
Yeah, I didn't want to like give too much away straight away.
And then she hung up, she's like, yes!
Is that what you did?
Yeah, well, up until now I thought that you thought of me. Now I know that it was Angus Gordon.
Yeah.
So I feel great.
I knew you would turn that around somehow.
Oh.
Thanks, Angus Gordon.
I feel like this began as an interview, and I hope it doesn't end in like splitting you two apart. Yeah.
It's all right. We'll be okay.
Now. So that's sort of how that came about.
Yeah, I was really excited when she messaged me actually, and now here we are.
Here we are.
And there's no the thing about split shows is no exact rule. I'm a little bit. A bit of a warning to this. I'm a little bit burnt, a little bit bitter about a review I got on a split show I did a few years ago where they said like me and the other act, which actually was Angus. This is all just about Angus.
It's all about Angus.
But yeah, but it was strange. It said that we were too different.
Really?
It's kind of like, is that, that just left me thinking, like, is there rules for split show?
Yeah.
I don't think there is. That was a really bad review.
But that's an interesting point because you'd think that having two different acts would be good.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of
feed
variety.
off each other.
Yeah. I think we're similar in some ways but different in others. So I think we're probably a good matching for a split show.
Yeah.
Because
we're not like so similar that it's the same.
It's not the same act. It's not too...
I don't know if you guys know the local comedian Jonathan Schuster at all, but...
I have heard of him.
Yeah.
Me and him have discussed. We haven't got it off the ground yet. Sorry to make this all about me, but it will be from now on. Thanks, guys. No. This is just a quick thing on the topic of split shows. But me and Jonathan Schuster have discussed, but it hasn't taken off yet. But we discussed having a show called Fat and Skinny. Obviously, I'm the skinny part. If you see Jonathan, he's giant. That's because there is a lot of these. There's like Australia versus New Zealand and Ashes and a lot of those.
Yeah.
So I was just going to be like, I'm fat. And he's like, I'm skinny. Anyway, sorry. That's the portion of the show that I make about myself.
Yeah, that's the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito thing too, I think.
We're twins.
Yeah. We're twins.
Oh, I thought it was original.
I think I'm sure twins. I know twins has been used before, and I'm sure it will be used again in the future. Like it's just an easy.
Have you thought about the order at all? Is it always going to be one of you first?
Look, I don't think anyone ever wants to go first. And we've had conversations where we've both advocated why the other one would be better to go first. but no one's given in yet.
I think it is a hard thing to do because you sort of think, well,
maybe can you like come out on stage and let the audience choose?
Yeah.
Who do you want to see?
Vote for us. I mean,
Who do you want to see have a better time?
You all have a touchpad under your chair. Oh, what? I just got told we couldn't afford that. You're going to have to
We could just flip a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've all been given a tennis ball. Chuck it at the one you want. And then we check who's got the most bruises.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
That sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Interactive. Really get the audience engaged.
Yeah.
And you've both done a few things with the festival in previous years. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
I've done less. I was a Raw national finalist last year. So that's like basically the first and the only experience I've had. I only
and
started
representing
like
Victoria too, might I add. None of this. Oh,
no, Hobart. Oh my God, I'm kidding.
The Norfolk Island act always sucks.
Naomi did Raw last year and I did Raw the year before. And then last year I was in Comedy Zone, which is a showcase that the festival put on where they pick 5 of the newbies, and that was a really great experience. That was really, really fun, and I had a great group. But it kind of feels like the next step would be either a solo show or a split show. It sort of depends on the sort of level you're at. And having only done comedy a couple of years, I was like, I'm not quite ready for that solo. I don't have the skills yet to pull off what I would like to do with a solo. Yeah. So I think a split is a much better opportunity to still showcase what you've been doing and like improve, but without the terrifying solo bit. So thank you for existing.
All right, guys, we're just going to wrap it up there, but if you can tell us some of the boring details, but like venue, time, where you can get tickets.
Okay, make it sound really fun, like not boring.
We're playing at the Greek Centre in the Aphrodite's room. Ooh. Can you believe it?
6:15.
Oh.
From the 11th to the 23rd of April.
Yeah.
5:15 Sunday, no show Monday. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And tickets online, various places.
On the website.
On the website.
Thanks a lot, guys. Naomi and Jess, thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Check out their show. That's a wrap.